See, wherever I go, stay ready, stay alert. I'm always prepared for whatever. I see me. There's a seat right here. You can see from all angles. I'm ready. It's time to get down to business. Game time.
Hi, honey. I know you just made it to the library, but love of my life, my hero, my lion, you forgot your A game. So come home, take it, and then you can go and conquer the world, black man. Oh, and one more thing. Would it kill you to just wear some socks? I'm just saying. Love you. And can you bring home some milk?
Oh, man. She be killing me. Okay, I'll go back. I'm gonna get my A game. I'm not putting them socks on. I'm good. I'm fly. I'm fresh. I'm gonna stop at 7-Eleven to get some milk.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey y'all my Crimsonites, how we doing? We doing well? We doing well today? Because we got some things to talk about, so I'm going to need my Crimsonites to come on into the building. Get your popcorn, get you something to drink, something to eat. And we're going to talk about some things today. Get the likes up. We got 136. And we got 85 likes. Can we get the bam, 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 bam? You just want to see me do that dance. So, we got some things to talk about. This is why black women need to stop 304 culture. We got to stop doing this. We got to stop doing this, ladies. This is not a happy story. So, come on in, come on in. I need y'all to come on in so we can really get to talking about this. Let me go ahead and let me share my screen really quickly. We're going to read this article about it. Okay, for those of you who do not know, there was an Instagram model who was killed in her home, like not even quite, maybe a week ago, maybe 5 or 6 days ago. Okay, Houston Instagram model Janae Gagnier's father describes finding bodies of his daughter and her killer. Parents of Instagram personality Miss Mercedes Morr described her murder at the hands of what they believe was a crazed follower. The mother and father of Janae Gagnier, the Instagram star who was known to millions as Miss Mercedes Morr, say they've lost the brightest light in their family. She's a person. That was our baby, said her mother, Janetta. For the first time since Janae's murder, her parents talked with Eyewitness News reporter Stefania Oakley. They described their oldest daughter as a dependable and loving big sister, a daddy's girl, and her mother's best friend. She was so famous in her world and so loved in ours, said her mother. Across Houston, Janae became famous in the entertainment industry. Her stunning and daring photos on Instagram drew hundreds of thousands of likes. It scared me, said her father. My daughter was beautiful. That scared me. And she kept trying to get more and more beautiful. She worked on it hard. That scared the H out of me. We're going to talk about why he's saying he got scared. We're going to talk about that. But even with that fear in his pocket, Gagnier never imagined that he would walk into what he would walk into when he arrived to his 33-year-old daughter's apartment Sunday evening. He rushed there concerned after his family had not heard from her all weekend. I know my daughter. When I got to her house and it was locked up and she's not answering my phone call, which is not like her, I knew something was up. So I didn't hesitate to kick the door down. What I saw, I would want any parent to go through. His daughter was dead at the bottom of the staircase. A heartbroken Gagnier thought it could have been an accident, but upstairs, he and his girlfriend found Janae's killer. Kevin Ocorto, 34, had a knife in his neck. Investigators say he stabbed himself. He was twitching, he was gurgling, Gagnier said. I could look in the room and there was writings all over the wall, pen with lipstick or pens. The rambling notes contained confessions, apologies, and professed love for Janae, a woman who investigators do not believe Ocorto knew personally. My monthly conversation is, Janae, you have all these followers, some probably because they love you, some because they like your looks, some more crazy, and some obsessed, said her father. Her family believes Ocorto was just that, a crazed follower who stalked Janae and somehow found her. I don't know how he found her, and I don't know how this happened, said her father. Unfortunately, me and my Crimsonites know exactly what happened. I don't know how he found her, and I don't know how this happened, said her father. As news spread quickly over social media Sunday regarding the death of the IG star, so did rumors. It went from false accusations of HIV or C-19 to other things. Her parents say the rumors flooding the internet made it that much more difficult to mourn the loss of their daughter. The medical examiner ruled Janae's death was a homicide. She was strangled and suffered a traumatic concussion, the Fort Bend County medical examiner confirmed. Richmond investigators are working to figure out how Ocorto found her and got into her apartment. This is the dude I just want to show y'all. They was trying to say in some of these articles that this was her boyfriend. This is not her boyfriend. Look at this dude. She's not with him. This is not her boyfriend. Okay, so listen. Let's first talk about her father before we get into all of this. Thank you for the Cash App. I don't know who gave me that Cash App. I mean, not the Cash App, the Super Chat. Thank you, Ronan. Let's go ahead and get the likes up because we're going to cook today. They do need to read the DMs and text messages, and they probably have, Bishop. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. First, let's talk about her father. Her father feared for her. Why do you think that her father was saying, that scared the H out of me? She was beautiful. That scared me. People was on her. You know what I'm saying? She had all these followers. She had all these people. That scared me. He was saying it because she had already rejected his 4 Ps. She rejected her father's 4 Ps. He wanted to provide. He wanted to protect. He wanted to problem solve. And he loved her, which was his form of affection that falls under procreation. He couldn't protect her. Yet his role as her father and his masculinity demanded it. He wanted her, I'm going to tell you what he wanted. He wanted her to stop using her sexuality for attention. Stop trying to be fine on Instagram, because he knew as a man that she wasn't doing nothing but generating a bunch of trouble for herself that would end badly for her. This is part of the 4 Ps that a father or any man that care about a woman is going to try to give. He was trying to protect her from her own decision. That's what he was trying to do. Don't do this. But she grown and she do what she want to do. And she probably told him as much. I do what I want to do. She wasn't going to stop. And wasn't no real way for him to stop her. So he just had to deal with the fact that my daughter is really using her looks and accumulating trouble in her life. This is going to be trouble. This is trouble for you, my daughter. I don't want you to do this. But she was going to do it anyway. She was going to do it anyway. Let's go a little bit into the story because they're trying not to say what all of us in here know. This woman was involved in this thought culture, this IG model culture that is a loose form of being a renegade. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what a renegade is. You ain't got to say what it is, but put a 1 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about when I say this renegade culture. She a renegade. Let's get the likes up. I got 281. Let's get the likes. Bam, 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 bam. You gonna make me get the likes up. I want you to hit the thumbs up. Okay. So my Crimsonites know exactly what a renegade is. See, this thought culture is renegade stuff. I'm gonna be able to sell my body on the low. I don't have to walk the strip. I don't have to tell everybody that that's what I'm doing. All I gotta do is get on Instagram, thirst trap, and a bunch of Jonathans and simps are gonna flood my DMs, clicking like buttons and trying to get with me. Okay? This dude was one such dude. Thirsty, she thirst trapping, he constantly liking and looking at all of the pictures, fantasizing about this woman, want her to be exclusively his while knowing that she'll never be his. He was probably in her DMs professing all kind of love to her and how he was gonna love her and how he wanted her. And she probably was playing him to the left. Boy, get out my DMs. Boy, leave me alone, blah, blah, blah. Until I'm going to tell you what made her invite him to that home. Because there was no forced entry into her unit. She lived in a gated unit. And there was no forced entry because if you remember just a little bit ago, when I read the story, her father said he kicked the door in. That means it was locked. So this man did not barge his way into her home. They was trying to say it was a robbery. No, it was not a robbery. This was a trick. This was tricking, gone horribly wrong. She probably played him off in the DMs until he came up with a sufficient amount of money that could make her say, well, come on. Well, come on then. And see, the thing about a lot of these women out here think about these simps is that because the simp is pining after her, because he's trying to get at her, she thinks that because she can finesse him out of some money that he's so enraptured with her and entrapped with her that he would never hurt her, which is a misconception. He'll do anything to her. You don't know these people, but we gonna get to that. So once he said, I got a couple of dollars, because see, this is that lost value system where wealth is worshipped at the top and you will compromise anything in your spiritual value because you don't have any to get the bag, to get the money, to be able to get the money, to have the leisure, to be able to get the money and then stunt on Instagram. She said, well, since he liked me so much, I'm going to make him pay. Since he liked me so much, since he don't never leave me alone in my DMs, I'm going to make him pay me. This dude gonna pay me. He gonna pay out of the nose. I'm gonna make him do it because this dude is an obvious simp. This dude obviously can't get a woman that looks like me on regular. So this man is already pedestalizing me. So I'm gonna make him pay out of the nose. I'm gonna get the bag. That's what she was thinking when she finally decided, well, come on then. So who knows what she said she was gonna do and all of this kind of stuff. She invited him to her home. Ladies, women, whoever, however you want to be addressed, stop inviting these dudes from Instagram, Tinder, Plenty of Fish to your house because that's your nest and you feel comfortable. You think it's safe. You think it's safer for you to do this out your house. But newsflash, when you tell these people where you live at, they know where you live at. Anyway, this man got to the house. She let him in. There was no forced entry. She let that man in, and however that went left, we don't know if they had sex or not or whatever. But all we know is that went horribly wrong, tragically wrong, because both of them died. She probably was treating him like the Jonathan that he was, but he had already imagined in his mind that this was going to be his woman. And we know that a lot of these chicks' mouth is slick. They mouth slick. So she was talking slick to him like a renegade gonna talk. Cause I know you want this. I know you want this behind. I know you want this TNA. I know you want this Hello Kitty. I know you've been pining after it. I know you've been following my page. I know you've been in my DMs. I know this. I know you put me on a pedestal and you think so highly of me, or so she believed. So she talking slick to him, half talking sexy to him, half talking down to him. He peeps it like, who you talking to? Why you saying all this stuff? Probably straight up told him, boy, I'm about to get this money. You can go ahead and sniff it if you want to. And come on and give me some money. And however that went left, he ended up killing that one. He strangled and bludgeoned her. He meant to hurt her. He didn't shoot her. It wasn't quick. He was trying to make her suffer. He was trying to make her suffer how he believed he was suffering. How he believed she was making him suffer. That's what he did. Then he scribbled all this stuff on the walls, on the doors. He loved her. He's sorry. He shouldn't have loved her. He shouldn't have did this. And then they say he killed himself. It's dangerous. This whore culture, this thought culture is dangerous because women think it's safe. They think that the men are weak and that they won't hurt them because you sense a beta, you sense a simp, you sense a Jonathan. And you letting this society fool you into thinking that since thoughtin' is all right, everybody think it's all right. And they're going to treat you with a certain amount of respect or a certain amount of deference, whether you thoughtin' it up or not. This is not true. There's going to be, unfortunately, more and more of these kinds of stories coming out with these IG models and stuff like that. Because, see, in this thought culture, it's not just IG models with millions of followers. It's a lot of y'all regular chicks, too, that's running around here all on Tinder, all on Plenty of Fish, all on wherever kind of social media, dating apps or whatever, that figure you gonna pick you up a simple too because you look a little bit good. You know, you kind of cute, whatever. You got a big butt, whatever you think is the hook for the Jonathan, but you don't know the mentality of these people that you talking to, that you done invited to your house, where your kids at, where your kids sleep, where your kids play, where your family come, where you are in and out the house. When you text him where you at, he just got your address, fool. How you know he ain't some stalker? How you know he ain't crazy? How you know? You don't know. All you thinking about, though, is let me get the bag, because you've allowed it to infect your mind. You worship it so much. You don't have any spiritual value, and you think it's cute, and you think everybody else is operating like that. The problem is there are a lot of people operating on a lost value system. That man that killed her was operating on a lost value system. That's why he killed her. You don't think these men are come in there? You don't know what kind of mindset, whether they on drugs, you don't know what's going on with these people. But you done gave him your address. He done came up to your house. He all up in your house, and you feel safe because it's your house, but you can't deal with that man. If he done already went crazy, and he ain't got no sense, and he ain't in there just to get no little Hello Kitty and bounce out, what you gonna do? You letting this feminist ideology tell you that you can deal with a man on a physical level, that you can whoop him if he threaten you. You know how long it take for the police to get to your house if a man decide he gonna whoop you till you rope like okra? That's a long time. That's a long phone call. If you get to the phone, you think you can call your brother. You think you can call this other dude to come check another dude. Them long phone calls, ma'am. It's not gonna do nothing if you happen to get on live and record. You won't be doing nothing but recording your own demise. Because if that man want to put his hands on you, it ain't nothing you going to be able to do about that. Point blank, period. And all of that stuff that you read on the internet about how you can do you, and it's your body, and it's body positivity, and can't nobody slut shame you, and all this kind of stuff, all of that is out of the window. It's not going to mean nothing when that dude got his hands around your throat, or he got a gun to your head, or he got a knife at you. What your Twitter fans gonna do? What your Instagram followers gonna do? What your Facebook followers gonna do? How is your BBL gonna help you now? How your yams gonna help you now? I wanna know that. That's what I wanna know. You pursue wealth using manipulative tactics, and it's a dangerous game. See, I told y'all that these gynocrats use their beauty to manipulate men out of protection and provision. See, when you take a look at this, right across from beauty is protect, but a gynocrat uses her beauty in a manipulative fashion in order to try to manipulate her version of protection and her version of provision out of men. The problem is that in her culture, it backfires. You don't get protection. The men don't see beauty, they see pretty. There's a difference. The men don't see beauty, they see pretty. So what they want to do with that is get a little piece of it. He's not inspired to protect you. He's just inspired to partake in some of your pretty. That's all he's trying to do. That's all he's trying to do. He's not inspired to protect you. The only man so far that has said and expressed anything about protecting her was her father. And that's because that's her dad. And a father's gonna feel that way about his daughter. Y'all do not know these men. Y'all do not know these people. It can't stop at, oh, well, he just a trick. Let me go ahead and get this money. Girl, I got this fool finna come over here, girl, and give me $1,000. He about to drop a stack. Girl, and then we gonna go out. Once I get this little money, I'm gonna let him sniff it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to feel him. He ugly. You know what I'm saying? He a lame. This a lame. This a lame. This a lame. Girl, he been DMing me for weeks, girl. I ain't even been answering him. I've been leaving him on read, girl. Well, girl, you better go ahead and get that money. Girl, I am. I don't even really want him. I don't want him really touching me. But he said he was going to drop 2 stacks. So, okay. Girl, I'm going to let him. Girl, you better let him come over there. Okay, girl. I'll talk to you later, girl. And nobody never hear from you again. They look regular. They talk regular. But it's not nothing normal going on in their head. And you invite them over into your space. This is why her father said, I don't know how he met her. I don't know how he saw, because he's looking at her through the lens of a father. That's my little girl. He's not looking at her as a man look at a woman and say, I know how he got in touch with my daughter. I know how he got in touch with her. I know how he got her address. And I know why. See, he can't look at her that way. He's a father. So he's looking at her like a father looks at his daughter. He's looking at her this way. So he can't put that together and say, I know what was going on between my daughter and this man that ended up in my daughter's life being taken. The problem is that too many of you gynocrats worship this type of lifestyle that you see these other people living, or you think that they live. You think, oh, she fine, she got it all. She got money. She got dudes after her. She got dudes trying to take on trips. She got dudes trying to do all of this stuff. So you try to emulate. But this is not nothing to emulate. And there's more and more of you that are engaged in this type of thought culture because the economy is breaking down. I was just talking about the survival yesterday. The economy is breaking down. These moratoriums is being lifted and these landlords is evicting people. So you're turning to what you can turn to, which is let me sell my body because I don't have a good value system. So I don't think of wholesome ways to survive. I think of I'll do anything to get a few dollars. So let me get on Instagram, or let me go through POF, or let me go through OnlyFans, sell my soul and sell my body to get this money. Not thinking about the fact that this is not going to end well for me, because women don't have what? What don't women have? Women don't have the foresight. That's tied to provision. Women don't have the foresight. So a lot of women can't see the danger in this thought culture. They can't see this is not a good road for many reasons. Not only is it immoral, but I'm not the only immoral person out here. It's a lot of other people that don't have a good value system either. It's a lot of other people whose spiritual value is compromised also. And with their compromised spiritual system, who knows what they'll do? I don't know what they're gonna do. I just assume that if I talk to them a little bit, a week or two, and they seem alright or whatever, then I'll just invite them over. We can do whatever. I'll get the money. They go away. It's not that simple all the time. And unfortunately, what happened to Mercedes Morr is an extreme case. But I bet you this not going to be the last time we hear something like that. Because I bet you it's a lot of times that this happens, but it don't get reported because the women who are the victims of it don't have 2+ million followers on social media. You see what I'm saying? I just want to correct something real quick. No, that was her apartment. Her father went to her apartment and found her there. That's how her father knew where to come. This is why I was talking about survival. Y'all can't survive selling your box. That's not going to work. Let's get the likes up. I got 577 people. Can we get at least 400 likes? Please, pretty please. Please help me in the algorithm. Please like this show. The likes are free. And this helps support me. So if you're listening to this and you want to support, please hit the like button for me. Thank you, JD. Please hit the like button for me. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Dark Power, for the cash app. We need this message to spread. So hit the like button. Share this video. Thank you, Tree Country. Say hook you up. Okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Philip. Anyway, this is a dangerous game that y'all are playing out here because you think these dudes is playing. And it's some of these dudes out here that's not playing with y'all. They don't got it all. These are, okay, so you think they simps and you think, oh, well, you know what I'm saying, they can't get women and all of this type of stuff. What do you think is going through this man's mind? If this is an incel type of dude, what do you think is going through his mind? What do you think is going through this dude's head when he finally get his hands on you, when he finally gets in your presence? What do you think this man is going to do? And I'm not saying every dude is on that type of program. But what I'm saying is you don't know what he's on. Because you don't know him. You just tricking. This ain't your man. This ain't your husband. This ain't your best friend you've been knowing for 10 years and you know what he capable of. This is some dude you met on social media some dang on where. Thank you, Prodigal. Thank you so much. Thank you to Renzo. This is some dude you done met somewhere off of social media, and you have no idea what this man's background is, what he's really thinking, how he really perceiving your conversation with him, how he perceives this interaction that you're trying to do with him. You don't know what he's doing, and you probably done said whatever you needed to say to get him to come over to drop that little money he said he was gonna give you. He said he was gonna give you $1,500, Baze Blam, and you like, okay, well, yeah, I'll be your little girlfriend, but yeah, I can be your girlfriend. You know full and well that you don't have no intention of even talking to this dude longer than you need to in order to get this money. You do not like this man. You do not want this man. You want what he said he gonna give you, and that's it. This is a woman who was in the circle of celebrities. She didn't want that man. That man wasn't her man. They was trying to say in the other articles that's her boyfriend. Come on. You got people like Drake dedicating their album to her. Tory Lanez was, you know what I'm saying? She was trying to be in that circle. So if she wanted to get a man, she was going to try to get a man out of that circle. That's what she's trying to do. And y'all are falling for this stuff. And here's why a lot of you fall for it. Because I'm going to drop something else for you. Y'all want me to drop something else for you? Put a 2 in the chat if you want me to drop something else for you that ain't nobody going to say. Ain't nobody but the Crimson Cure going to say it. Somebody put my Cash App in the chat, please. I'm going to tell y'all something that won't nobody else tell you about this situation. She probably could have got help seeing this coming if she had told her father about this man's messages. Or some other man that cared about her, not for her sex. Some family member or something. But I'm going to tell you why she didn't do that. The first reason that she didn't do that, thank you 39 Deanna. The first reason she didn't do that is because she had already rejected the 4 P's from her father. She had already rejected it. She had already rejected the 4 P's. She had rejected her father's problem-solving skills. She had rejected the foresight of her father, which is rooted in his provision. She had rejected the protection of her father because she didn't want him telling her what to do. I'm 30-something years old and I don't need you to tell me what to do. That kind of stuff. So she had already rejected that. Number 2. Hard-headed. Even when he would have tried to tell her, hey, baby girl, please don't do this. Please don't do that, baby girl. Daddy. You know, he bothering her. He bothering her. So hard-headed. But now I'm going to get to the real one. Number 3. Ashamed of the truth of her activity. She couldn't tell her father, this man is in my DMs, because as a problem solver, her father's gonna want to know why. You gotta give me the entire scope of this situation so that I can help you. She couldn't do that because of shame. See, I told y'all that when they talk about shame, when they talk about, I'm sorry, wrong button. When they talk about shame, they not only shame other people, they are ashamed of themselves. She was ashamed to come to her father and say, Daddy, I'm a little bit apprehensive because this man won't stop messaging me. The next logical question is, her father gonna say, why is he messaging you? What do he want? What does he want from you? And she don't want to say, well, he been after my pictures and he solicited me or he propositioned me for sex. I said I would have sex on the condition that he give me X amount of money. And because I said that and have not delivered on that, now he's stalking me. What do I do? Can't tell her daddy that. That's why he said in the article, I don't know how he knows my daughter. I bet you if he sat down and he searched his heart of hearts, he knows exactly why that man, how he knew where she was, how he knew her, and how to really get in contact with her. If he sat down and searched his heart of hearts. But as a grieving father, he can't do that. He can't do that. Thank you, Boston Wiz. Am I lying or what? He sat down and let me think about this. He knows exactly why that man was there, how he knew where she lived, and why he possibly killed her. But as a father and as a grieving father, he doesn't want, he probably just can't. He just can't. And she didn't want to be judged. That's the fourth thing. She didn't want to be judged by him for what she had been engaging in. Thank you, Mars Morrow. She didn't want her father judging it or changing his outlook on her. She probably wanted to remain his little girl in his eyes. That's why she could not have accepted his problem solving that would have likely saved her life. Baby, this man don't mean you no good. Now, I don't like it that you're doing what you're doing, because I told you that this was a problem. This is trouble for you. And this is what I'm talking about, Janae. You can't do this. These people are crazy. You can't do this. You can't. I don't want my little girl selling her body. You need some money? That's what he gonna do. You need some money? Is that what it is? He said it scared him that she was doing the stuff she was doing. You know he didn't have no control. He didn't have no influence on his daughter. Sheep is right in the chat. The mama is the head gynocrat. She was following her mother's lead. She didn't submit to the authority of the father. So his daughter didn't submit to his authority either. His influence didn't mean anything. His problem solving was unwelcome. His provision was unwelcome. His protection was unwelcome. This is the danger of getting into this type of stuff, ladies. This is the danger of pushing all the men in your life away from you. And you don't need them And you don't need this and you don't need that. And the men can kiss your butt and they can go on somewhere and you don't need them telling you nothing and they can't tell you nothing. Because, listen, the men are not just trying to rule you and run you. If these are men in your life, your brothers or your fathers or your husbands or what have you, is the sound bad? Might be a little something. My internet has been, not on its best behavior. Is the sound too bad? For those of you who are having trouble, go ahead and refresh for me. These are the issues. When you push these men away and then they don't feel welcome. They don't feel that you will accept their protection. Because men's protection is preventative. They like to prevent problems, not come in and clean it up after. So if you constantly are in a defensive mode and telling them how you don't need them to say nothing to you and you don't need them to do nothing for you and this, that, and the third, they no longer feel welcome to say nothing. They can see you going down the wrong way, but because they done got their head chopped off a couple of times before, I'll just let her do what she gonna do. Because if I try to tell her what I see as a problem, she gonna bite my head off. I don't want to get into this argument with her where she trying to tell me, I'm trying to tell her what to do and blase skippy, man. Listen, she grown, like she told me. She grown, she can handle herself. She can handle her own issues. Because she tells me in so many words that she doesn't need my 4 P's. She doesn't need my protection. She don't need me to problem solve for her. She don't need me to do nothing for her. So she grown, so okay, I'm going to let her be grown. And this is probably going to hurt her. She probably going to end up in a bad situation, but what I'm supposed to do? Stop a grown woman from doing what she want to do? What, I'm supposed to hold her down, lock her away? Now, if I exert some force, now I got toxic masculinity. But I'm trying to talk to the sisters about this, this casual prostitution that y'all are engaged in. Telling folks to just come to your house so you won't be seen hopping in and out of these hotels, because a lot of y'all too cheap to get the hotel room. So this little casual, dating app prostitution that y'all engaged in, y'all need to knock that off, or else you gonna get knocked off. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're going to have to knock it off, or you're going to get knocked off. It's a real simple thing, but it's also a very tragic thing. It's not fun. It's not funny. None of that. Yeah, it's casual prostitution. I just every once in a while, I have a couple of guys come through. I don't know them from a can of paint, but they said they was going to give me $30, $40, $50, $100. So one of them said he was going to put something on the light bill. One of them said he was going to buy me some shoes. One of them said he was going to take me somewhere. So I'll let them slide through and I tell them I'm going to do this, that, and the third to them. Let them do A, B, and C to me. and then I could get me some money, not understanding that you running a high risk of not making it out of that situation alive. That young woman never thought that man was gonna hurt her. She didn't think it. I guarantee you that didn't cross her mind. Thank you, Nino Brown. It didn't cross her mind. Even if it was in the back of her mind, she dismissed it. Oh, this is just a lame. This is just a simp. He ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna just let him give him some, and then, you know what I'm saying, he'll give me that little money, and he'll be all right. Didn't think this man might, it's something funny about this. It's something mighty funny about this. I don't like this. I ain't giving him my number. I ain't giving him my little place to stay. No, he can't. Because if he had stalked her to find out where she was, and he came to her door and she wasn't expecting him, I doubt very highly she would have let him in. Especially if she thought, this is the dude that be stalking me. No, I'm calling police. Because we know these chicks are calling police. She ain't scared of 911. Who is you? You that same dude be in my I'm calling the police right now. She was expecting him to come over, which is why she opened the door. Who opens the door for a person they don't know and wasn't expecting them to come through? I know I don't. I ain't opening no door for nobody, and I don't know who you are or why you here. You ain't got no, who are you and what do you want? And if that answer that I get ain't satisfactory, you not getting in here. Period. The solution to this is that y'all are gonna have to knock this whore culture off. Black women, I don't care who else is involved. Please do not come to tell me how white women do it too. I don't care. I don't care. I'm talking to black women. Y'all are gonna have to abandon this thought culture. Stop teaching it to young girls. Stop teaching it to the next generation. Stop teaching it to each other, talking about y'all putting each other up on game with these dudes. No, you're not. You're putting yourself in danger with the crazy ones. That's what you're doing. Stop making leisure and wealth the focal point of your life. Stop making leisure and wealth the focal point of your life. There is more to life than a couple of dollars and some sex. Then you want to talk about how men are sex crazed. Y'all the ones y'all the pervert. Who study putting up booty pics? Men or you? Talk about he thirsty. Who thirsty? Him or you? You the one keep putting up pictures and wanting likes and hearts. And the pictures just get more and more pornographic and naked and explicit. So you the ones that's pervertedly putting your naked self all over the internet for folks to drool at and look at. Stop making leisure and wealth your gods and your focal point of your whole existence. It leaves you, as my brother Sheep Stay Sleep would say, spiritually bankrupt. The only reason that y'all are engaged in this thought culture and so entrenched in it as you are is because you lack spiritual value. You're spiritually bankrupt. You empty. And you're going to have to start getting full spiritually spiritually so that your perspective of life can change, so that your value system can change. Work your spirituality, your spirit value first. And I'm not talking about that stupid witchcraft you try to do. I'm talking about focusing on the Most High, Allah, God, whatever you want to say. That's what I'm talking about. Develop yourself as a human being, because one day you're gonna be older and that Brazilian butt lift you got gonna drag the ground and ain't nobody gonna want to pay nothing for it, because it won't be worth nothing. It won't be worth 2 date stones. Do y'all know what date stones are? Date stones are the seeds of the date after you ate the date. You won't be worth 2 of them. And that's when you'll need to be worth something as a woman. But as long as you stay spiritually bankrupt, you won't be worth anything, and no one will see you as worth anything. You better get yourself together, ladies. Stop deflecting and trying to say what everybody else is doing. We're not talking about everybody else. Talk about you. Anyway, as we talk about solutions and what to do, this barn burner was brought to you by A-Game, a male herbal solution with 21 awesome herbs that is formulated just for men to help their vitality, their energy, their strength, and their libido. So fellas, if you want to be on your A-game, ladies, you got men in your life that you want on their A-game, all you got to do to become part of the A-Game family is click the link at the top of the chat. All you got to do. Super easy. Click the link at agameherbal.com and you get your 10% discount using the code Kendra10. And you get this box of awesomeness coming to you ASAP, a superb product and a superb company and service. Okay? And I want to thank you all so much for coming through, for all of the super chats, for all of the cash apps. Thank you so much, Philip. You said if she didn't know him when the facts come out, I'll donate $500. You know, she might have knew him or something like that. You never know, Philip. Thank you so much for coming through, for the cash apps, for the super chats, for the wonderful conversation. Thank my mods also for being on top of it. I really appreciate you guys. You guys keep my chat room running, and I really appreciate that, because I can't be bothered with some of the trolls and things like that that come into the chat room. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys